Back again. Nice to see you. Oh, of course I can't see you, but at least you can see me. Just want to let you know that all the aides, the teachers have been talking to are all asking about you. They miss you all very, very much. So, some of you know that in the morning that Mrs. Quinton and myself, we're the oat ladies. We make the breakfasts for the younger students. So I thought, what could I do today? And I thought, oat cookies. So that's our theme for today, is oat cookies. This is a very easy recipe. If it takes you 10 minutes to make it, and then it's 10 minutes in the oven, you're talking about 20 minutes altogether. Now what I want you to do is to go and wash your hands, and then we're going to have a wee look at the ingredients. We're going to be using the oven today, but that's for the adults to use. So the first thing that we do is we get our preparation ready. So the oven is on at the temperature that you'll see that goes with the ingredients. It's on at 350. It's heated, ready to rock and roll. See, I've got my baking sheet all ready. Okay, that's so the cookies don't stick to it. Makes it a lot easier when you go to take the cookies off as well. And I've my ingredients all measured out. Now what I do when I'm working with my ingredients, I put all the first lot that are going to be mixed together in a wee bundle just over here. This bunch here. And these are the first ones that I'm going to be doing. So I want you to have a wee look. See, everything's there. So I'm going to mix the sugars with the butter into this bowl and add an egg. Now, if your butter is hard, if you've just taken it out of the fridge, it's going to be hard for you to mix it, because if you're using a lot of this, it'll take you far longer. So what you do is you ask an adult if they could help you out and put it into the microwave just for a few seconds. That's all it takes, so it's nice and soft. Now I'm going to put all my dry ingredients, or not all my dry ingredients, I am going to put my sugar and my butter and my egg in here first. I'm just going to mix these up for a second. I've sort of got that mixed, but I'm going to be mixing it a lot more. But I need to add my egg to it. Now, do you remember what I said about the ingredients? That they needed to be room temperature? I forgot, and I left my egg in the fridge. So I got a cup of warm water and have left my egg sitting in that warm water for 10 minutes, and that has brought it to room temperature. A good hint, one to remember. Just going to add the egg to it and mix that in. My vanilla essence, 2 teaspoonfuls, 1, 2. It looks like this now. And I'm going to add my drier ingredients. That's my flour, my baking soda, I'll just tip that in there, and my oats. Just put them straight in. Now the oats, it's best if it's not those quick oats, that it's the old-fashioned oats that you place into it, and mix it all up. See, it's mixing up so nicely. Another minute and this will be basically ready. The only thing I'll have to add will be, let's say if I want to put in chocolate chips or cranberries or something like that, some dried fruit would be very good to be added to it. Last but not least, chocolate chips. I know you all love these. So we just stir them in, and then we'll be putting out our wee patties. And that's what it looks like at the end. So then you get your 2 spoons, tablespoons, and you use them to put them onto the baking tray. Put about 2 inches in between. Because they're going to be nice and big. These ones are going to be very big. They're going to be absolutely gorgeous. I'll just finish doing these. Remember, 2 spoons. And I'll be back to you in a second. If your hands get sticky in between times, wash them. This is about half the mixture. So I'm going to put in this tray. Now the longest that you put them in for is 10 minutes. If you want them softer and chewier, then I'd put them in for 8 minutes. We'll see what they turn out like, shall we? In the recipe, it stated that you had to use 3/4 of a cupful of flour. I'm not too certain how I would measure that, because this one says 1 cup, this one says 1/2 cup, this one says 1/3 of a cup, this one says 1/4 of a cup, and this one says 1/8 of a cup. So which cup would you use, and how many times would you use it? I'll give you the answer in a couple of minutes. I've just taken the first batch out of the oven. Don't they look really good? But they're too hot to handle. And remember, you're not the one to take them out. We need to leave them sitting for a few minutes before we're able to lift them and transfer them onto a cooling tray. Now that they've cooled, we're going to put them out onto a cooling tray. Look, they just lift up. Do you see that? So make certain your hands are washed first of all, and just transfer them one by one over here. Took a wee bit longer for them to cook, so get your mummy or an adult, granny, whoever it is, auntie, to check them with you, to make certain that they are properly cooked. This is my second batch. I'm going to put them out. When they're all cool, I'll show you them on a plate. I'm going to give you the answer to the question. Do you remember what the question was? I showed you all the different cups and asked you which one of them I was going to use and how many times I would have to use it, so that I had 3/4 of a cupful of flour. It was, of course, this one, 1/4 cup. And 3 of those is equal to 3/4 of a big cup. Well done. Proud of you again. Look at these beauties. Good enough to eat, aren't they? I'm going to put them onto a plate. There might be one or two that won't make it there, but enjoy. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.